Hi, I'm Rick Hansen, and I want to welcome you to the Mindful Education Summit. Each day of the summit, including today, I'll be guiding you through an experiential practice, and these will build on each other as we go forward together. I'm a clinical psychologist who has spent a lot of time in schools and is also someone who has a lot of gratitude for educators. And so I want to thank you for participating in this program and know that I feel a lot of support for what you're doing. This day, we're going to focus on the theme of calm, a really fundamental theme, especially in a classroom. And I want to speak a little bit about doing experiential practices in general, which I'm going to be taking you through, and then we'll get into the practice of calm. So anytime we do a deliberate practice, just taking a big breath, or observing our own minds for a minute or two in meditation, or bringing to mind someone that we have compassion for, or trying to feel grateful, let's say. Anytime we do a practice, two things are happening. We're doing the practice, and we're seeing what happens in our mind when we do it. And sometimes we get the result we're aiming for, and sometimes we don't. Something else has come up. And either way, it's a valuable experience. As you do practices, feel really free to go your own way. Adapt them to your own purposes. Feel free to ignore my suggestions. Find what's useful for you. In the practices we'll be doing, they're generally going to focus on positive experiences. If anything does come up for you that just feels like too much, it's really okay to open your eyes or look around the room or just disengage. Just take care of yourself. Okay. So now I want to say a word about calm and grappling with difficult or challenging emotions. The foundation of resilience and the foundation of emotional regulation is physiological regulation. It's being able to calm the body, particularly in terms of its classic fight or flight stress response systems. When we feel threatened or caught up in pursuing an opportunity, especially if we feel frustrated about it, that naturally engages what's called the sympathetic nervous system. It's a normal part of our neurobiological hardware. It's really useful when you're running away from saber-toothed tigers, say. But in ordinary life, most people report chronic feelings of stress that gradually wear down their long-term health and well-being. And so it's really useful to be able to engage what's called the parasympathetic wing of the nervous system, which is the natural balance for the sympathetic fight or flight system. They're connected kind of like a seesaw. When one goes up, it pushes the other one down. So as you engage parasympathetic activity, as we'll do in a moment, that naturally calms down the sympathetic nervous system and related stress hormone activity. By the way, I should mention that having worked with a lot of kids in many contexts, including as a child therapist, I'll be mentioning ideas and methods and images even along the way in these practices that you can use for them as well. So, want to give it a try? Let's explore some things that naturally engage the parasympathetic wing of the nervous system and bring us into a sense of calm. So you can keep your eyes open or closed as you do this. Sometimes it can actually help people stay calm to remain aware of their environment, especially if they have felt threatened or traumatized in their history. So feel very free to keep your eyes open if you like, or if it's more helpful, to just close them. So let's begin getting a sense of the place you're in and that it's okay to be here wherever you are. You might push your feet on the floor or tap the arms of your chair. Get a sense, this is my place. It's okay for me to be here. And then being aware of your breathing, notice sensations, and be aware that you're basically all right now. There's enough air to breathe. You're doing okay. And then, for one or more breaths, have the exhalation be longer than the inhalation. For example, you might count. Inhale, 2, 3. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The parasympathetic branch of the nervous system handles exhaling. So I'll do it with you for 3 breaths at least, in which your exhalations are longer than your inhalations. So finishing up here, this practice is a little longer than the rest of them because I wanted to lay a foundation here. As we finish up, it's helpful to get a sense of whatever's been beneficial for you to be sinking in. Literally hardwiring its way into your nervous system as you stay with it for a breath or longer, feeling it in your body and noticing what feels good about it. Calm feels good. And then as we finish here, I just want to make a last simple point, which is that with any of these practices, we're developing resources inside of various kinds. Today, calm. And that doesn't mean turning away from what's scary or hard or upsetting. In fact, as we grow resources inside, we're more able to deal with what's difficult. And we can have the experience in the core of our being of today, calm, even if around the edges are other things that are distracting or mildly stressful, such as the flies in this life that come to us all. And you can know that you can take 3 of the methods that I did with you here into the classroom, share them with your students, and use them yourself. Finding your place and feeling grounded in place. Second, recognizing that as you breathe, you're basically all right now. Whatever the future may hold, whatever happened in the past, now as you breathe, you're basically all right. And the idea of lengthening the exhalation of the breath at least once to help yourself come more to this good feeling of calm. So thank you for doing this, and I'll look forward to the next practice with you tomorrow.